Controversial proposal in the ongoing effort to manage the homeless crisis here in Southern California.
As KCAL9 political reporter Tom Waite shows us, it could ultimately result in a new tax paid for by some of LA's wealthiest.
While there have been signs of progress across the city in the battle against the homeless crisis, there are encampments like the one just behind me here in Studio City that continue to grow. Now a coalition of groups is coming together to push for a new tax to create new housing. Housing advocates are looking to tap into LA's luxury real estate market in the battle to end the homeless crisis, asking voters to approve a tax on real estate transactions of more than $5 million. Eli Lippman is with Move LA, one of the groups leading the effort to pass the measure in the 2022 general election.
It's going to immediately support people experiencing homelessness, as well as those at risk of homelessness, with rental assistance, income assistance for low-income seniors, and access to permanent housing.
If passed by LA City voters, there would be a 4% tax on real estate transactions of more than $5 million and a 5.5% tax on transactions of more than $10 million. The tax would apply to both residential and commercial sales in LA.
It includes the strongest citizens' oversight and accountability protections in the history of the city of Los Angeles.
Larry Gross is with the Coalition for Economic Survival, a tenants' rights advocacy group.
If passed, would create more affordable homes. It would help to prevent more people from being thrown out on the streets to become homeless.
But opponents of the proposed measure say it's just more waste. This summer, Governor Gavin Newsom announced a historic $12 billion package to fund the battle against the homeless crisis. And in LA County in 2017, voters approved Measure H, adding a 0.25% sales tax. Right now, the homeless crisis only seems to be worsening.
When it comes to California's approach to the homelessness issue, never has so much money been spent so ineffectively.
John Kopel is the president of the Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association.
This is a selling point that has been tried before and rejected, because homeowners know that if there is a crack in Prop 13 that could be exploited, that ordinary homeowners will be next.
This is asking millionaires and billionaires in the city of Los Angeles to actually contribute their fair share.
Whether that message will resonate with voters is the big question. Dr. Jennifer Cryer is an assistant professor at USC that specializes in politics and political communication.
We had direct democracy instantiate Proposition 13 in 1978, which sort of kept property taxes at a baseline level and limited the rate at which they could increase. And so now we're seeing direct democracy kind of roll that decision from several decades ago back.
Professor Cryer says leaders of the measure will have to be very effective in their communication with voters.
There also just needs to be an explanation to voters generally. One thing that propositions do really well is they generate participation, but they don't necessarily increase knowledge.
Unlike other statewide propositions, this would not need a 2/3 vote, just a simple majority to pass. Reporting from Studio City, I'm Tom Waite, KCAL 9 News.